that has been huge. Okay, hello. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video is just gonna be a sit-down talking video. Today I'm just gonna be talking about consistency and how I've stayed consistent on my weight loss journey, losing 70 pounds and maintaining that loss. So if you enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Let's get started. So all the time I say that the biggest reason I was able to be successful on my journey this time, make progress and stick to it, keep the progress, has been because I've stayed consistent. And there are a few different things that have really helped me to stay consistent. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of dive into those today. And it's actually changed throughout my journey. So it's kind of interesting to compare the beginning to now when I'm maintaining versus when I was losing. The biggest thing for me, definitely, when it comes to staying consistent was I rewarded myself for consistency. And I've talked about this so many times, but it was game-changing for me. So many times in the past when I would try to lose weight or go on a diet or weight loss journey, I was not successful. And the biggest reason was because I set goals for myself, I didn't hit the goals, and then I would be so much more upset at myself and just spiral down and pretty much end up in a worse position than I started. And so much of that had to do with the pressure I was putting on myself and the goals I was setting. They just weren't realistic and they were out of my control. I really thought about it this time around, and I thought, like, I want to be able to control every part of this journey. I want to be able to control my results and really control the fact that I can do this, because deep down I really felt I could do this, but I had always doubted myself, and I always thought that weight loss was the one thing I just couldn't do. But this time around, when I used consistency as my focus, it was different. So instead of setting rewards for hitting a certain goal weight, or maybe like first month losing 20 pounds, that's what I would do in the past. And Adam and I would even like have competitions to try to see who could lose the most first. And it was out of our control. What that scale said, yes, there were so many things that we could do to get that number down and have a successful week or whatever, but there were times when I would still step on that scale and not see a loss or see a gain. And it was so discouraging, even if I was still making progress, because that is still possible. So what I did was, instead of rewarding myself for hitting these goals that I would set, I rewarded myself for hitting goals for staying consistent. So if I tracked and stayed on track with what my goals that I had set in the beginning were for a full month, no matter what the scale said at the end of that month, if I stayed consistent, I rewarded myself. And I did that. And I got myself a foot massager. It motivated the heck out of me, and it kept me going, and it kept me setting different rewards, like dyeing my hair the color that I wanted to dye it, getting a tattoo, different like workout shoes or workout clothes, different things like that I used to reward myself. And it wasn't for hitting any certain weight, so there was no pressure. It was for tracking every day and staying on track. And that was in my control. I made the decisions every day to make the meals, track every bite that I put into my mouth, like really focus on WW, the nutrition, weighing out my food. It was that. It wasn't getting on the scale and seeing a certain number. And so because of that, it kept me going. It kept me motivated because I saw results in the stuff that I controlled. I controlled tracking, and I saw results from doing that. So that was huge. That was probably the biggest part throughout the entire time I was losing weight, definitely. I kind of continued to set small rewards, but I didn't really stick to that after about a year of losing weight because I had hit maintenance. I was really getting in the swing of things. I had a routine down, and this was really starting to become my lifestyle. And so instead of focusing so much on those rewards, like I said, it helped me so much in the beginning. It's still a thing I use all the time. It's very helpful. Sometimes I'll do a month of checklists. I've talked about them here before on my channel, but those I'll reward myself if I stick to a checklist for the month, which could include drinking water, journaling, stretching, just different things like that. But anyway, what I do a little bit differently now, my focus for consistency has kind of shifted to doing the things I enjoy. And that's what helps me stay really consistent. So what I mean by that is, now that I've made these changes and I'm kind of in this routine, I'm making sure the things I'm doing in my routine are things I love, things I look forward to, not things I dread. Because in the past, I had set myself up for failure by making me do these things that I did not want to do. And I've talked about this before about running a marathon or just running in general. I do not like running. I really don't. And I tried to convince myself, I tried to force myself, but I dreaded it every time. It made it miserable while I did it. Then I would kind of like think that I needed some huge reward after I did it because it was something I didn't want to do. So that's when we would get a Sonic shake after, and it would just blow all my progress and then some. And so now I only do the things I like. And it's taken some time to find the things I enjoy, like rollerblading, roller skating, playing tennis, going to the gym and lifting weights, and even just walking more. So those are the things I like. There are things I don't like doing certain exercises like HIIT workouts or like burpees or those type of exercises. I really don't enjoy those. I'd rather do weightlifting. So that's what I do. For cardio, I could run, I could ride a bike. I honestly don't like doing that much, but I love skating and it doesn't feel like a chore. It's never something I dread. If anything, it's something I look forward to every day. And sometimes it is the best part of my day. It really is. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's like therapy to me. And it really does help me to get outside, get fresh air, get my mental health. I can use it as like time to really get my thoughts out. And it's also physical activity. So very beneficial to me, but it's something I enjoy. And the same thing goes when it comes to food. I am not ever making myself eat meals that I don't want to eat. I'm not a big fan of salads. You probably won't catch me eating a salad. There are some times where I kind of crave it, but 9 times out of 10, I'd rather have something, in my opinion, with a little more substance. Again, if you love salads, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just same way. If you love running, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just what you enjoy. You might hate rollerblading. You might hate rice bowls like I like to make. So it's just what works best for you. But for me, finding the things I love and really sticking with those and not forcing myself to do anything I don't want to do has been huge for me. And that even goes as far as like talking about the gym when I go to the gym. I wouldn't enjoy the gym if I had a strict workout plan that I had to stick to every time and maybe there were exercises I didn't want to do on a certain day. When I go in there, I just do what I want to do and it's worked for me. I'm not saying this will work for everyone, but I do the exercises that I enjoy, that I want to do, and I still see progress, but I don't dread it. I love it. I really look forward to it. And so that has been huge for me. Another thing that's just helped in general with consistency overall has been feeling better. I've gotten more energy from making better choices with my food, with getting more rest, even staying consistent with getting enough sleep has made such a difference on how I feel and how much more I can get done the next day, because the days that I don't get enough sleep or I don't get good sleep in general, I really notice a difference in my productivity and energy levels. Food is huge when it comes to energy levels, but so is getting enough rest, and making that a focus has really enabled me to stay consistent with all these habits that I've built for myself. Another thing that's really helped me stay consistent on my journey has really been time management. And this is something that's harder for me. I like to procrastinate. I like to put things off. I like to waste time sitting on my phone, honestly. And I've really had to learn to prioritize and make sure that, for me, actually, it works better to get my workout done in the morning, my skate done in the morning. Then I go straight into my editing or my cookie orders. I get all my work done for the day. And by the end of the day, I'm exhausted. And so I really have to prioritize how much time I'm gonna spend on my phone and getting to bed early. There have been times where maybe I'm just sitting there on TikTok or something and I just wanna relax, but I know that it's better if I just go to bed, and so I just do it. Really working on time management and spending enough time getting the exercise I want, but then also getting rest, but also getting my work done has been really important. So time management is key when it comes to staying consistent and creating a new lifestyle and new habits for yourself. So those are just a few things that have really helped me to stay consistent on my journey. Like I said, starting out in the beginning, it was a lot more of the rewarding myself for staying consistent and tracking every day or making good food choices every day. Sometimes I get questions about like, well, I had a bad meal or a big meal that went way over my points. Like, am I no longer staying consistent? But the consistency comes with the next meal choice that you make. That is where it's so important. So if you slip up, or what you think is slipping up, I have this happen to me all the time too, and then your next few meals you keep doing the same thing and not sticking to the plan that you have set for yourself, then you're kind of losing the consistency. You have that big meal done, it's over, you tracked it. The next meal you're making is a healthy, nourishing meal. You're getting your activity in still, you're getting your rest in, and then you get back on track. You're on track still. You're staying consistent because you made that next choice the better choice. But overall, it's just really helped me to not force myself to do the things that I don't want to do when it comes to food, when it comes to exercise. Also just making time for myself to get all of these things done in a day while giving myself rest and prioritizing things with time management. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. These are all just things based on my own experience with my own journey. I'm still learning, I'm still finding ways to stay consistent, but these are the things that have really helped me to stay on track and continue achieving my goals.